condition one. All right, you guys, welcome to JT Livestock Company. I'm Tara Sanders, and I am sitting on Squirt Man. We're fixing to go exercise. Javi is getting his mane braided, and Spider here is getting, groomed. He's fixing to get his mane conditioned and his tail redone. Welcome to our afternoon chores. But a lot of people ask us on a regular basis, what are things that we need? Like, do we need gifts? Can you guys send stuff from Amazon? And we used to do a monthly unboxing, and it got to where, unfortunately, I had really unappreciative people in our life, and they would complain about the boxes, and they literally got into an altercation over throwing boxes away. And I was like, you've got to be kidding that people are sending us things that are so desperately needed, and you guys are fighting amongst it. So a lot of times people were sending, yes, just for, like the base of their manes. I don't want it everywhere, just the base of the mane. So basically, what it got to was a lot of people would send one thing for the horse and one thing for a staff member, because my staff have always been very close to my heart. They're my favorite people. And we genuinely had people here that were complaining about throwing away the boxes. And it was actually embarrassing for me. I had to go online and be like, hi, you guys, please, can you not send things? Because my staff are in an altercation because nobody wants to clean up after the unboxing, and I don't always have time. And it was just really my current staff have been fantastic, and they've actually kept my property as clean and neat and fantastic as I've ever had it. And we are getting to where we're just running low on a lot of stuff for the unsold horses. And generally I do my best to kind of keep track of everything. That, look how good that feels to him. So what we are, look at him. Oh, he's loving that. Look at him. He's like, yes, 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 yes. And then spray Javi's in between his braids too. Oh, that's nice. All right, you guys. So what I've told people in the past is I would get online and I would let everybody know when we were kind of ready for, just for the unsold horses to get gifts again. And it's getting to where Jackie has been doing a lot with the unsold horses. Clint rides every day. You're on your fifth horse. Yep. Normally Jakey Jackie is on her, Jackie has been all day just busting ass, and she's riding 5 or 6 horses a day. I've been riding, and I think we've gotten more riding done lately than we have all year. It's been fantastic. So, the one thing that I would really like to say is we're just going to post an Amazon wish list. There's the things that we need mostly are for like fungus. We're getting a lot of horses out of sell barns right now that are unsold horses that were originally like bought for slaughter that just have a lot of like fungus issues. And it's actual fungus issues. Like, we're seeing a lot of rain rot. We're seeing a lot of skin dermatitis, things like that. And we're having to bathe a lot. So shampoos, conditioners. We have a lot of horses that sunburn. So we're just going to post the Amazon wish list, and it's going to be for the unsold horses. And what I'll do is I'll just post all of the items that we need. And if you can go on and send an item, please, if you can send a couple items, please. Lisa Johnson, thank you so much. We got a box this week, and I'm going to tell you why I've decided to do this. We got a huge box from Lisa. She sent waters to you guys, and waters for me, and she sent different kind of electrolytes to mix in water, just because she feels like she watches us here and she feels like she's part of the family, and she wanted to do something kind. And then we got some boxes for the horses. She sent a couple of different kinds of treats, because as you guys know, with the CBD treats that I buy, they're very expensive, $60 a bag, but they're for gastric issues, and we can only give 1 to 2 of them a day. So if we ever wanted to give additional treats, she sent various types of horse treats, different size bags of different flavors, so the horses could try different kinds of cookies. She sent some shampoo, some conditioner. It was really amazing. And we just, you know what? We haven't had an unboxing in probably 3 or 4 months minimum. And it was so crazy because I just was so appreciative and so grateful. And my staff were like, oh my God, this is so cool, because they've never had an unboxing day here before. So Jackie, she was like, there are so many boxes here, but it was cool. It was cool. cool because nobody here expected it, and when they showed up, everybody was like hovering around, and like it was like Christmas, and everybody was just celebrating. And the thing that I noticed is Clint started putting stuff away, Jackie started organizing stuff, and then all of a sudden all the boxes disappeared, and I never once had to be like, hey, come on, let's get all this cleaned up. It was like everybody was just totally excited and totally grateful. And so I'm going to post the Amazon wish list on both pages, and if you guys can send items, great. And what we'll probably try to do is we will probably collect the boxes and do one unboxing a month. With that said, we will probably check the boxes to make sure there's nothing perishable, because we used to collect the boxes and like we would plan an unboxing for like the 1st of August. Well, the problem with that would be if somebody would have sent cookies or something perishable, so that is not okay. And yeah, so long story short, I want to thank you guys so very much, and we're going to post the list. And look at Javi. Javi is so excited to get to go be exercised. Will you make sure you pick his front feet out? Thank you. Yeah. Getting a little fly spray so the flies don't bother him while he's exercising. And thank you guys. Another amazing tribe member sent us a couple of gallons of fly spray about a month ago. And we were like, oh my God, this is amazing, because it's hard. It's hard right now. Like we went to Tractor Supply, and all of the Tractor Supplies were like out of all the good fly spray. Like you could tell people had just like bought it up, and she's like, we have a truck coming next Thursday. So we went back in, and she was like, no fly spray came. I was like, are you serious? So we had to drive to Henderson for fly spray. So somebody sent a couple gallons, and we felt like we had totally hit the jackpot. And I was definitely excited about that. So all right, you guys, I am grateful. Thank you so much for your kindness. As you guys know, my program is split into 2 halves. We have horses that are bought for slaughter that are brought here that Jacob had originally intended to ship to slaughter that we rehome, and those are the urgent horses. And then I have a business of lots of good quality horses that we rehabilitate and retrain, and then those horses go to forever homes, and they're a little more expensive, and we put a lot of extra work into them. And occasionally a horse from the kill side makes it into the trader barn. And those horses, of course, there's profit there, so I can really afford to rehab and rehabilitate them. And, we have the Wild Tribe After Hours subscriptions, and you guys send stars, and that really helps. But, we still have a lot of unsold horses that were bought for slaughter, and they just really need some people to help sponsor a little extra this and that, some warmer. When we have the huge bags of treats, sometimes we'll get like 25-pound bags of treats. They're, the less expensive kind. When they go around and fill the water tanks, they'll walk out and give all the horses a cookie while they wait on their tank to fill. And that actually helps to rehabilitate the horses in a different way. It teaches them that you can come to humans at the gate and get a treat and nobody expects anything from you. And so it starts a little bit of their mindset rehabilitation here, so that when you get them home, they associate humans with food and love and kindness, and that's very important. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you want to send a bag of cookies, we never have enough because there's tons of horses outside. I'm going to go do a walk around. Squirt and I are going to take them for a ride. For those of you who have never ever rode Squirt with me, he does buck. So let's pray to God we don't get our asses dusted, because you can ask Jackie. He almost dusted my ass last week. He will. Squirt tried to fuck my world up. Not today. Hey, did we only get one side of the wagon painted? Emma was going to. Okay, we'll get the other side done a little different. But I want you guys to see my whole property from horseback. So we're just going to walk. All right, you guys. So this is Peanut, my daughter's pony that pulls the cart. And that's her little blue roan pony. And then this is Sheldon. Hey, Jackie. Jackie. This is my barrel mare Petra. And that's Sister and Tequila. They're going to get back up so that I can start exercising. John is our maintenance man here, and so do not, you hear me? Hey, fucktard, do not buck me off. I'm trying to video. Listen, Squirt is the funnest horse in the world to ride until he's not. And he can be sassy, and he's had a couple of days off. And I'm telling y'all, he feels like he's had a couple days off, and I'm okay with that. He doesn't scare me. This is a little warm blood, thoroughbred type crossbred colt that's super cute that is trying to gain some weight. And so you guys see his round bell is down there at the other end of his paddock. Okay, we have a leak in Jackie. Hang on, you guys. Let me get the hump out of this. Stop. Now listen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ugly. Ugly. Hey. Sorry. He does this. Just so y'all know, this is like normal for him. It's not like for those of you that are like, oh, I'm like, no, this is normal. So we've got a leak in this pen. John will get it fixed though. We just have to tell him. Squirt, if you hump up with me, I'm going to spank you. Now stop. You just have to walk. Life is not hard for a little fat man. He does not want to be a trail horse. If you guys remember my pony Goose, he's babysitting the little POA. There around bell. And then this pen over here is empty and it's kind of getting letting the grass kind of freshen up. We mowed it and we fertilized it, so we're gonna let the grass in this paddock freshen up, so there's no hay, no horses, nothing. And then we're gonna move these horses out of this pen in about a week and we'll do it. We will mow it, spray it for weeds, and let it freshen up. So we're trying to squirt. You guys just watch him. He just does. People wonder why he's still here. And I'm like, he's still here because he can be a brat. He's fine when he's warmed up, but until you get him warmed up, like he just wants to be a little turd bucket. And I am not afraid of him at all. Hey, hey, hey! He's bucking in place for those who don't. He's bucking in place. Hey, hey! My other phone fell out. You little turd bucket. He's like, I just want to be ugly. And he's only like this sometimes. But it's sometimes. And people are like, why don't you sell Squirt? Everybody would love him. And I'm like, somebody would be so fucking mean to this horse. Do you hear me? They would be terribly mean to him. And I'm like, I just put up with it. I just let him be a little turd bucket. It's our pony pen. And then those are some skinny kind of thoroughbred type mares that are here to rehab. Now, Squirt, I'm going to have to get off and get my damn phone. It's like, so Squirt's biggest problem is he gets furious when he is asked to do nothing. Like, say that I just tell him to stand here for a minute so I can video. It's like it pisses him off. So then when you ask him to do something, he'll like buck in place. He's always done it since day one. And I'm like, why? Why? He's like, because I'm fresh. I need to pick my phone back up, and I'm going to make him walk around and walk this out. See, now that he's walking out, look how good he gets. But if I make him stop again, he turns into a turd bucket. Hey, Jackie! I got my other phone out because I was going to call her to tell her to fix the leak, and then you bucked my phone off. He said I didn't buck. I just hopped around like a rabbit. But see how much better that looks? It was mowed. John fertilized it, and then this pen right here is going to be done. This one and the one on the other side are next. It just stinks because we kind of got behind this summer because nobody really wanted to mow. Everybody fought. Hey, Jackie! I dropped my other phone, but hey, this pen is leaking really bad. This pen is leaking? Well, then y'all went to town today. Why didn't we do that? I mean, because it's just steady leaking. Not a little bit. Okay, sorry. Just so y'all know, this is so she clearly knew it was like this. They went to town. Look at Squirt. He's like, yeah, let me at it. Get your ass up there. Huh? My phone is up here. He acted like a turd bucket and my phone flew out. Will you get John? Is there not another thing around here? We had some extra ones.
I'll find something. I'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, we can't let it be like that all night. I mean, it's been...
Jesus, yeah, it is.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna... Yeah, just put it in that trough and then we need to... Well, we need to, no, what we really need to do is figure out...
When I turn off the water, this unit off.
Yeah, we do. Let's go ahead and see if John will drive around and top them off so we can just cut the... Squirt was gonna bite you. He's not sorry. Yeah, he did. Jackie watched him throw a real temper tantrum the other day. He tried to really throw down and be kind of ugly with me, and I thought it was kind of shit behavior, but he thought it was funny. Look, he actually said he could be a therapy horse, and he's like, see, you guys, my mom is a little bit special. He's waiting on me. Yes, Bear's just waiting on me. Yeah, but that pen looks so much better. I cannot wait to move horses around and get all of them done. Well, there's no horses in there. I'm not concerned when there's no horse in there. Yeah. Well, I unzipped it because I was going to call you to be like, hey, can you please come fix this leak? You didn't have to get my phone. I could have got off and got it. But I enjoy the walk. This is Jackie's exercise. She needs it. She does not need it at all. Anyway, what I was going to say is, like, where are we? I see that he's got that pin mode. Is he going to, the ones that have horses, is he just not doing them because they're in there, or?
Well, he's going to try and get everything that doesn't have a horse in it
first. How many are left, do we know?
I asked Jacob about the one up front just due to Billings horses, and he hasn't gotten back with me.
Okay.
I know you said mow it, but I don't want to knock it down.
I do not want to knock the grass out from under them. But we can lift the blades up. I mean, you can.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I asked it, because that's as
Yeah.
high as it goes.
Yeah, this pin right here still needs some weed spray stuff. That mare looks a lot better.
Okay, I like
You like what? Go get the gator. Go get the gator. Yeah, this one is, the grass is really coming back in places in this pin better. Good. It has a giant round bell down there. I would probably, yes. Hey, I think we should run. We'll move. We have some stuff to move around. I'll make a list. All right, you guys. Sorry, we'll make a little list of what we want moved, because the pins that we have, you can see where the bright green is where the grass is filling back in, because these were fertilized. So the bright green is new growth, and we need to rotate them. And it was hard. We were overstocked, but we keep fresh hay out, so we don't really have to have the grass, but it's nice for them to have it. Like, they enjoy it. Squirt wants so bad to be naughty. Listen, sir. Just trying to get you to be a trail horse, and you're not nice about it. Now this one is leaking. Oh, it's still leaking. We did not get it fixed. Ugh. It's leaking from right here. There's like a shut-off valve that is not. There's their hay bale back there. I know somebody would see that and be like, they're out of hay. No, it's up here. So anyway, I try to make the circle myself to determine if certain ones are actually, you know, there's all my Frisian mares. But they need their. Mr. Shiner sold today. And then these are Jackie's. Just so y'all know, that's Jackie's gelding. And then Jackie owns the little mare. She decided to rescue one. So she's got her rescue here. And it's not my business or y'all's business, because that's Jackie's business. And there's their hay down there. So they're in this pen. And there's their hay bale, for those of you that'll say, oh my God, why is she starving? Well, she's a rescue. And there's their hay in this pen. Because I'll do these videos and I'll post like that, and in this shot, you can't see hay. Somebody will screenshot this and start bitching and moaning. There was an entire pen of horses with no hay. There's hay in every pen. They're just, some of them are at one end, some of them are at the other. And then we have this little ass hat. He's being really good, actually. He's just being Squirt. He's just being Squirt. I think Squirt has always had a lot of personality, and I think Squirt has always been the kind of horse that if you don't ride him every day, he'll act like a little fresh bully. Here's all the babies. For those of you who didn't know, we have a couple of these babies where their moms went to slaughter, and then my Frisian is in there. You can see my little leopard Appaloosa Frisian stallion. He is 3/4 Frisian and 1/4 App, and then the black mare. And they all look good. I mean, they're all fat. They can go out that back gate back there to the back pasture. But they're really kind of getting some substance. The little gray one was like an orphan, and he was kind of puny looking, but he's looking better. Of course, my Friesians, you know, they're cool. I have 3 Friesian fillies and then the app. And then a couple of really cute little kind of quarter horse babies. And then, I don't know what this is. Oh, these are Nina's. Those are Nina's 4 that she just purchased. And there's their hay. And they're all going, for those of you that are helping Nina fundraise, that's the 4 thoroughbreds, the 3 mares and the gelding. They're in that trap. And I think the next pen is empty. Javi, are you coming? Hi, Javi. Hi, Hob. Nice to see you, sir. He is such a, look at that butt, you guys. Look at that butt. Javi said it's nice being beautiful. Oh, Javi. Javi has just really turned into like the most sweet, easy to get along with. Like, I wish they were all that uncomplicated. And he was not uncomplicated when he came here, but he was green. And he just took right to being a good boy. I noticed the other day they were talking about how you had come here new, and somebody sent me a screenshot where they're like, we should warn him. He's going to get bucked off there. Have you been bucked off a couple times? Have you also accidentally fallen off a time or two? That squirt has the biggest hump in his back in the world. Here comes Hercules, you guys. I will be so grateful when this horse gets to go to a home. Do not do it. Do not. I don't want to drop my phone. God bless it. Hi, Herc. He loves people. He knows. He's like, do y'all have cookies for me? But Hercules, God, he's tied up in a fucking lawsuit. It's so sad. He wants to go home. Oh, Queenie. Look at Queenie. She's like, hello, humans. Do you have cookies or food? Hello, do you have food for me? And I'm like, Queenie. And a little water tank. I just think it's funny. She's like a Mack truck, man. Oh, yeah. I need to get her back up and keep riding her. I just haven't really had time lately. There's Queenie's hay bale. Which 2 are these? The 2 thoroughbred studs. Okay, you guys, I think that there was going to be a fundraiser for them. Will you have John do me a favor? Yeah. Let's get them a round bell. Or is there one in front of their hut? I think there is one in front of their hut. There is. Okay. And Levi, what's in here? Levi and Aries.
And there's another one in there, but I don't know what that was.
Yeah, we need to knock the weeds down in this pen too. Their big giant hay bale. Oh yeah, they're down here at their hay bale. Aries and Levi and something. Hi, sir. Growing babies. Oh yeah, the little YC Clydesdale Y22. These all got wormed the other day. They needed it. And I'm telling you, every once in a while when you worm a young horse, they'll deflate just a little bit. Those are 2 deuters. There's a couple down there. These pens need to be mowed and weed eated. Just having to kind of do them 1 or 2 at a time. Play catch up. I really like this little mare. This is that 634 mare. And then that is the, I think that's the 785 gelding. And then there's 3 down there grazing. Hi. This horse is trying to gain weight and look better. She looks good. She looks okay. I mean, they get fed. You can see their buckets where they feed. But this horse was really poor when he came. And we wormed him. And hopefully he'll keep gaining weight because he You couldn't, he was saddled, so he didn't, you know, you knew he was skinny, but when he took the saddle off, I was like, oh, he's really skinny. But all he can do is stand there on hay and eat all he can eat, and then they feed. There's a blue pan over there and 2 green ones. Everybody can see, because there will be somebody that'll be like, there's a thin horse there. And you'll see there's a pan in here for all of these. That's a super cute little mare. The little app mare. And then these 3. And then Billings horses go up there. Is there anything in B1? No, I don't, because it didn't have hay, so, but there's nothing in there. And then there's just this one horse in this pen. And the other day somebody said something about horses we have in the very back, but they're my retired race horses. And you can see them right there standing at their round bell. And the donkeys. And the arena. I will say this, the last hay that was brought over here that came from Jacob's dad is fantastic hay, but that hay that came from the guy here local, I don't love it. I mean, I'm not mad, I mean, for no more hay than you can find around here, it was better than nothing, but you can just see the difference. That's the center of a roll versus those big green bales. So Jacob's dad, Gary, got me, he found me a hay supplier that will be able to supply me over 1,000 rolls that are put up under the barn. And I just like, thank Jesus. Because Jacob goes back to Louisiana a lot anyway. So all he has to do is just, you know, Javi, such a good boy. Squirt still wants to dick around. You can tell he's just wanting to dick around and be ugly. Squirt said, listen, somebody's got to have all the attitude here. And I'm like, but you're not supposed to be like that to me. I love you and feed you cookies. And he's like, all the more reason to buck your ass off. Because then you're going to tell me how pretty my naughty butt is instead of spank my naughty butt. So it's okay. You fricker. I said from the very beginning, Squirt had a real, like when he came here, he was, you know, he can be really mean. Has he bit you yet?
He got me the other day.
He did get you?
Yeah.
He got John today pretty bad. And I finally said, we're just going to have to fundraise for him and keep him. I don't care how expensive he is. He cannot, like, no matter what, people are going to be mean to him. So he gets to stay here and we just tolerate all of his bullshit. He loves me, so I'm not afraid of him. Like, he would never intentionally hurt me. Now, would he accidentally? Maybe. He's a fucking dick. But I ride okay enough that I can always get his head around and stop his bullshit. But I think like a novice, he would, my God, that would be Squirt's love. He would be like, please get on me, little kid that doesn't know what you're doing. Jerk bag. Oh, he said, it's wet and I don't want to. It's wet. Did she tell you he threw a big old fit and tried to buck me off? It was funny. Yeah, she did. He did. He threw down and I stuck it and I felt like a freaking champion. I was like, I knew I could ride good. How many of you guys have ever had your personal horse buck with you really bad and you rode it through and then, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, I still don't want to get on anything else that bucks. Like, I just... Oh, he left his spurs here. Oh, no. Need to mail those back. They are not necessary here. You want to show them that you're not afraid to do the trail course? Hey, did we ever find the weed spray for this? Because I had asked. Did we ever?
I forgot about that. I rinsed it the other night and I forgot about it.
Squirt said, see, he's a champion in life. He's like the greatest little trick. He's afraid of nothing. He said, I'm afraid of nothing. Yeah, well, everybody's afraid of you, so. He's like having a pit bull. Yeah. But Squirt's like the pit bull that will wag his tail and come up to you and then bite you when you stick your hand out. Like, makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to trot this thing and get all the piss and bullshit out of it, because I'm just going to tell y'all, when I ask it to trot, it's still full of piss and bullshit. See? Look at him. Did you see? Kick up with me, you little turd bucket. Look at him. He's trying to kick out with me. He wants to buck with me so fucking bad, doesn't he? He wants to throw down so bad he can't stand it. And he knows that I will wear the fire out of him. So he's like, whew. He's riding around like a little horny toad, humped up in the back like a fucking bullfrog, isn't he? Look at that. In case y'all are wondering. You know, Jacob said the other day, somebody said something about, I noticed she doesn't ride. And he said, oh, she rides. And they said, well, yeah, the real gentle ones. And he said, no, that's the problem with Tara. She doesn't ride the gentle ones and she stays hurt all the time. I'm like, that's not wrong. I do have to ride all the little bullshit. Squirt, you're so handsome. Why are you showing people your tude? Tell them. Did you tell them? Why are you showing them your attitude, sir? Hey, come around here. Show him your beautiful face. He's talking to y'all. He's like, listen. He said, it's all fair in love and warming up. He said, if it's the warm-up game, it's fair. He said, now, if I buck you off after you've ridden me 30 minutes, that's dirty. But in the warm-up, it's fair. That's why it's called a warm-up, Mom. You got to warm me up. So Squirt's idea in life is, as long as I don't buck you off after you've warmed me up, you can't be mad. But if you don't expect me to buck during the warm-up, that's your own stupidity. Especially when you didn't ride me for a couple of days because you were busy. So Squirt is he's not counterfeit. He's not counterfeit, he's a jerk. There's a difference. He's honest. He just wants to be friends with benefits, okay? He doesn't want a real committed relationship. But he told you that shit from the get-go. If you weren't smart enough to listen, that's your own damn fault. Jerkhead. Hey, you don't do it. I just kind of put him around until I get him to loosen up. Because if I were to kick him into a lope right now, he would throw the fuck down. Good job, buddy. Get those ears. That's not where it needs to go. Oh. Back up. Good boy. Now can we turn a whole circle with no bullshit? Look at that. Oh, bastard! You fucking bastard! I have no hand to hold on to that bullshit. He did the Limpazzoner jump. Ass wipe. I call him so many dirty names, you guys. And the whole time he laughs so hard. In case y'all are wondering, he's loving every moment of it. He does not give a shit. He thinks this is great. Look at him. He's like, it's funny, you guys. And she's videoing. Squirt! You don't be mean to me. He said, I'm not being mean. I'm having fun. All is fair in love and warm up. All is fair in love and warm up. I'm like, I'm videoing. I have nothing to hold on to. He's like, well, get off the phone. Get off the phone then. And these are the days of Squirt's life. Now quit being a little turd bucket. Don't you be aggressive with me. I just wanted a complete turnaround and he made it halfway and said, Limpazzoner kick. I think other people call that a donkey kick. But regardless of what they call it, I call it Squirt's bullshit. Now listen, just easy turnaround. Come on, all the way with no kick out, no buck. Good job. That's how I determine our warm-up. If we can start to spin a whole circle on kind of a looser rein with no buck. Good job, fucker. See that? See that butt? It just got a little hump in it. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off here and warm him up because he's really needing to just be warmed up at this point. He's gotten away with being a jerk. Squirt! In case you're wondering if he's fazed by my... Hobby said Squirt told him to do it. He said Squirt whispered sweet buck him offs in his ear. He did. Squirt told him. Squirt told him how to be naughty. Hobby has not been ridden in a couple days either, and he's just needing to be fresh. And Squirt's whispering to him, toss your head and kick up over your ears. Squirt prefers it to be called the Limpazzoner kick, but truthfully, it's a damn donkey kick. Stop acting like a donkey. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ride my horse and watch him ride that one. Then we're going to go get more. Good night, you guys. Have a good day. Wait. Good night, you guys. Have a good night. That's what I said, good night, you guys. Have a good day. Look at our sunsets. They're beautiful here. Squirt thinks he's being fun. And you know what? I don't. I get onto him and pick his head up and holler at him. And that literally, yeah, he would never intentionally hurt me. He's still a brat. He's still a fucking brat. English people understand because everybody's got a good jumper that will like jump and then buck up. But it's crazy to me how many people tell me to have a vet check him out, and how many people tell me, oh, he must be hurting. Oh, I'm like, Squirt, people were really mean to him before he came here. He has divots in his side that are permanent from spur marks. And it's really sad, honestly. And people were mean to him. And so he does it. And I think if I were to whip him and be ugly, I think he would really throw down and be ugly. I think he could probably get really aggressive. But because I just holler, Squirt, and pull his head up and, you know, like seesaw his mouth a little or whatever, he really never has tried to hurt me. He's never gotten aggressive. It doesn't stop him from playing every time I get on him. But I think at this point now, he finally just trusts somebody and he's not afraid. So he does it. Look at him. You going to count? How old are you? You don't know? Well, he said, I don't know. He said, beautiful women never tell their age. You're a man, Squirt. Jesus. Those ears crack me up. The tips of them. Hi, Hobby.
I had to guess his age and say he's probably 9 to 11.
No, he's registered. Not close.
Not close?
Mm-mm. He turned 6 this year.
Really?
Yeah, he turned 6. Have you ever mouthed him?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I can't tell doing the mouth.
You don't know how to do it with the mouth? You were just guessing off of his butt?
I was just guessing off how he looked.
Oh, you look like an 11-year-old. You look like you're old enough to drink, sir. Yeah. Squirt, when he was 2 or 3, Boo and Steve Ross had him, and they sold him. And anyway, that was a couple of years ago, and he was still a stud. And somehow, after that, he ended up with somebody that was not nice to him. I think he was a stud, and they didn't know how to handle him, and they got afraid of him. My favorite boy in the world. It's Raider. That horse takes everything in. Like, you can tell he's put in a hard day's work his whole life, and he's just looking for a job. He gives no shits. Look how cool. Raider is the coolest guy in the world. And he gives not one shit about anything. Look at them. Look at that lips. And he's in an O-ring snaffle. Squirt, stop. Stop, Squirt. Hey, what are you doing? You just purposely trying to be a... Huh? Fuck yes, he did. He's just been a little turd the whole time. He said he's not sorry. He said all is fair in love and warm up. I told him it's kind of like when you date a guy and he tells you he just wants to be friends with benefits, and then you're super sad that he won't love you forever. Squirt said, you knew what I was when you met me? You bitch.
No strings, man.
Yeah, you knew what I was when you met me. You're the one that kept me here. Look at him. He doesn't give a fuck. He is not not sorry. Do not be mean to Hobby. Hobby does not deserve that. Listen. Back up. Do not act like you are not broke. Moments like that, I know that he's just a jerk.
He's like, I can get it.
Yeah, he knows. I'm going to have to tighten my saddle. It's loose. It's okay. All right, you guys. We'll be back later. I do love him. I really love him too. And the sunset is incredible here. Everybody always talks about the sunsets, and I'm like, no, really, this has to be the prettiest sunset place.
Okay, this one's pretty.
Every night, though, we have sunsets that are incredible here. In case y'all haven't seen our skies, they are, I don't know what it is about here. They are the most incredible. Do not bite my stirrup.
Tips all like, okay, well, whenever we're good to go.
Bear's just out. He's done.
No, look at it. Bear's on this end of the arena, and Tip's on that end. So he's like, we got the mamas covered.
Bear said he would like to train. So if you would like to get off and lunge yours, he would like to be your lunge whip. Has he tried to be a lunge whip for you yet? Bear, that job opening was never available.
He says, I just made it. Oh, she raised your voice.
He said, my mom said my name kind of aggressive. I don't think I'm in trouble, but I'm going to limp just in case. Bear! Watch, he'll limp. Oh. Oh, you okay, buddy? It's okay. I love you. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. That's nice. He said, I'm going to wag my tail and limp just in case. I don't think I'm in trouble, but I also might be. So he said she might have heard about all the things I did this morning when she wasn't here.
The goats on the trailer.
He said I chased the goats onto the trailer, and I may or may not have been a lunge whip and did the things I'm not supposed to. And then Skeet, she's just whatever.
We're not even talking about ski.
Yeah, she's Skeet. All right, you guys, I'm going to ride my horse. Talk to y'all later. Bye.